Welcome, everyone, to Truth and FreedomPodcast, where awakening begins with asking the question most people are afraid to ask. I'm your host, Dr. Dan Amzallag, and this is not just another podcast. This is a journey into awareness, courage, and truth. You see, most of us go through life accepting things as they are, what we're told to believe, what we're told to settle for, what we're told is normal. But what if normal isn't right for you? What if the very path you're walking was never truly yours, but something inherited, shaped by other people's expectation, fears, and limitation? The truth is, freedom begins the moment you start questioning what feels questionable. When something doesn't sit right, there's usually a reason. That uneasy feeling deep inside you. That's not really confusion, that's your intuition speaking. But instead of listening, we silence it. We drown it with distraction, obligation, or fear of what might happen if we dig too deep. But here's the thing. Real growth never happens in comfort. It begins with discomfort, with those moments where you look at your life and ask, why am I stuck? Why do I keep hitting the same wall? Why am I afraid to take the next step? If you're feeling blocked, that's your cue to pause and reflect, not to judge yourself, but to understand yourself. So you could ask something like, what's really standing in my way? Because often it's not the world holding you back, it's actually you. It's the stories you've told yourself for years, such as, I'm not ready, I'm not enough, or maybe just later. Now, we all have those narratives that run quietly in the background, shaping every decision we make. They become our invisible chain. Until you face them, they end up controlling you. But questioning isn't rebellion, it's awareness. It's the act of reclaiming your power. When you start asking why, you open the door to choice. Why do I want this goal? Why am I afraid to fail? Why am I still holding on to pain that no longer serves me? Now, once you start being honest with your whys, the excuses start to fade. You stop blaming your circumstances, your past, or the people who didn't believe in you. Because deep down, you realize the only thing between you and your next chapter is the courage to face yourself. Now, fear is natural. It's a part of human being. But fear should never be your steering wheel. It's meant to warn you, not to paralyze you. Now, every time you feel fear rise up, remind yourself it's just a signal that you're stepping into new territory. Growth always feels uncomfortable before it feels right. So instead of running from that fear, lean into it. Ask it what's trying to teach you, because the more you confront it, the smaller it becomes. Now, truth and freedom are two sides of the same coin. You can't be free until you're willing to face the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. And your truth isn't found in what others say or believe. It's found in your willingness to question, to dig deep, and to listen to what your soul has been whispering all along. So today, I want to ask yourself, you should ask yourself actually, what feels off in my life right now? What have I been avoiding because it's easier to make excuse than to take action? And if I weren't afraid, what would I be doing differently? Stop waiting for permission to change. Stop waiting for the perfect timing, the perfect plan, the perfect version of yourself. Life doesn't wait. The world moves forward with or without your participation. So make today the day you stop justifying your limit and start exploring your potential. Question everything that doesn't align with your peace, your purpose, and your truth. Because when you do, something incredible happens. Clarity replaces confusion. Courage replaces fear. And freedom replaces the illusion of being stuck. Now, you already have the answer inside you. You've just been too afraid to ask the right questions. This, ladies and gentlemen, is truth and freedom. And your truth starts when you finally dare to ask why. Stay tuned for more truth at our next episode.